Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to draw an orthographic projection in AutoCAD, and that's our standard 3-view drawing. So what you see on the screen now is an isometric view, and from our isometric view we can derive our front view, which is this view over here, our right side view, which is over here, and our top view, which is over here. Alright, so what do we have to do? Well, the very first step we should take is to draw our object lines of our front view. And our object lines are the lines that are visible in the view that we're talking about, so our front view. And it's only these lines that we can currently see in our front view. All right, so we have a horizontal line of 5, then a vertical line up of 1.5 inches, then we go over some amount. How far over do we go? We go over 1/2 inch, and then we're going to go down another 1/2 inch. All right, so let's start with just that one. I'm going to draw a line, click, I'm going to go over, I'm going to go over 5. And to repeat my command, go straight up, 1.5, enter, over 0.5, enter, down 0.5, enter. I'm actually going to stop here because I can do another command to make this easier for ourselves, and it's mirror, right? So if I just highlight these with the green highlight, you'll see that, right? Green highlight, click once and drag, I get a green square. From I go bottom right to top left. If I go from bottom left to top right, I get a blue square. Green square will select anything it intersects. Blue square will only select what it fully highlights. All right, so green square, selected these, and up here mirror. It's asking for the mirror point. That's going to be this green triangle. I'm going to go straight up with it. No, and look at that. I've copied this over to the other side. I mirrored it about the center of that, and I have that, and all I need to do is connect with a line. I'm actually done drawing all the object lines for the front view, right? If I go back over and look, there's nothing else in the front view. There's other lines in this view, but we don't need to worry about that just yet. So we are ready for step 2, which is to draw extension lines going up to our top view and draw all our top view object lines. So our extension lines going up from each corner or each point of our top view are these lines right here. All right, so I'm going to go back over to AutoCAD and I'm going to draw lines straight up. Does the distance matter right now? No, we're going to trim it and clean it up later. I'm just going to go from each point straight up some value. And now from here, we can get our horizontal line. These are actually all our vertical lines and now our horizontal line. Next step is to offset the line that we've already drawn here to get our horizontal line. So how far up do we want to offset it? Well, that depends on how much space we think we're going to need for our dimensions. Just like with hand drafting, we need to leave room to put our dimensions in, but I'm just going to start with an offset here, offset distance of 1. If it's not enough, we can always change it later, but I'm going to select this guy and move my mouse straight up. If I moved it down, I would have offset it down. Hit enter to get out of it. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to drag it all the way across until I get the perpendicular, right, that L shape snap setting. Now we need to know our full width of our object to go all the way across. So if I look here, our full width is 2.5. That's how far I'm going to offset again now. Offset distance 2.5, enter, select this line, go straight up with it. Oh, look at that. Close to not extending that far enough, but there you go. That's all of our top view object lines except for the circles. So we can actually start cleaning this up and get rid of that with TR for trim. The only thing left to draw in the only object lines left to draw for the top view are the circles, the drill hole circles. So looking at our drawing here, it tells us down here that our drill holes have a diameter of 3/4, both of them the same, and drill hole means it's going straight through, which we'll worry about when we're looking at the hidden lines. But right now, all we need to do is to draw and hit the correct buttons, our circles on the top here. So where do those circles actually placed? Let's look at that. These circles are actually placed here 1.25 inches from this corner here. So I can actually draw a square there, and then this from this center point here to this center point here is 1.5 inches. I can draw a line going over there. So I'm going to go to a rectangle. This corner, go down. I have a 14, 1.25, tab, 1.25, enter. That corner is going to be the center point of one circle, and then line going directly horizontal is 1.5, enter. So these 2 points here are the center of our circles. If I go to circle diameter, click here, drag it out, 0.75, enter, circle diameter, click here, drag it out, 0.75, enter, and then I can actually get rid of my squaring line there, and that's all our object lines for our top view. Are we done with all of this? Yes, because we also have this line done as well, and there's no other object lines for our top view. Next step is to draw all our extension lines for our side view and get all our object lines for that. So our side view is right here, and we actually aren't going to have to measure much because we're going to be able to transfer over a lot of what we've already drawn from our front and top views. So if I go back over here and I start drawing lines from our front view over, make sure we're horizontal. Now how do I get my lines from my top view? Remember, we need to draw an angled line that's 45 degrees. Now you'll notice I'm already snapping to 45 degrees. That's because I have down here my objects, or my ortho track on set to 45 degrees. So when I click here, I already am set to 45 degrees, and then I can transfer lines from here to here, and then here down. Remember, we're doing this because these are giving us our correct spacing. It's keeping our spacing consistent between them, and it's also presenting our side view in line with our top and in line with our front. So that's actually everything we need, or at least that we have right now, for our side view. Only thing left is the notch on the bottom, this notch down here, which you'll notice is a rectangle that's 1.5 inches wide, 1/2 inch tall, that is located 1/2 inch over. So I can actually hit the correct button once in a while. I can draw a rectangle here that is 1.5, tab 0.5, enter, and I'm actually going to move it with MO for move. No, M for move. I'm actually just going to move it, this object, enter, by the midpoint of its base, triangle midpoint, to the midpoint down here, triangle midpoint, right? And then I can just TR for trim and get rid of everything on the bottom. All right, we've officially drawn all of our object lines for all 3 views. What do we have left to do? Well, we need to transfer all hidden lines. All right, so if I jump back over here, change my layers to hidden, and I'm going to transfer lines. So what's one thing that's hidden in the front view that we're missing? Well, we're missing the circles, right? So I go L for line, enter, choose the endpoint, and I'm only gonna do, this is a little trick here. I'm gonna go down until I hit my first object line in the view I'm transferring to, and then go all the way down. How do I know it goes all the way down? Remember, it says drill hole. Enter to repeat my command, click, click, enter, enter, click, click. Whoopsies. I need to carry that all the way down, and I didn't. There's our hidden lines for our circle. I can go right like this, highlight green, and delete. I don't have to worry about trimming. So there's our drill holes there. Is there anything else that's hidden in our front view? Yes, it's this guy, this slot that we have on our side view. So I go L line again, choose my corner, go until I hit, go all the way across. So now we need to start thinking about what's actually occurring in our front view. We said those drill holes go all the way through, right? It's a drill hole. But if you look, if this was going all the way through, this, it wouldn't drill past the slot, because then there's nothing there. There's nothing for it to drill through. So our drill hole actually, TR for trim, stops there, right? It stops at the slot that we made on the side view. All right, so far so good. So far so good. Well, we need to transfer our drill holes from our top view over to our side view. I should have never deleted that transfer line. Let's bring it back, right? 45 degrees. And we can do the same thing we've been doing with all of our transferring. Remember, I'm making sure I'm clicking on the quadrant snap setting, that diamond. Now I can transfer this guy all the way down, all the way down. We can trim that. And look, the same thing's going to happen again that happened in our front view. Our actual drill hole, right? Transferring this space over here, TR for trim, is not going to be in that top there. And obviously it's not in the bottom, right? That drill hole is only going to be visible in the spot there's actually something to draw, right? And that's down here, right? There's no hole up here. That's why there's no hole up here, right? And then I can highlight and delete that. There's all our hidden lines for this view. Only thing, oh, whoa, that guy shouldn't be there. Delete that. Is that all our hidden lines? Almost. Again, I should have left my transfer line. We don't have our slot showing in our top view. Let's transfer this guy straight up, and then transfer this guy all the way over. And now we have all our hidden lines in all three views. We have the holes showing. We did it. Let's see what our next step is. Our next step is to hit the correct button. We transferred all our hidden lines and complete center lines and dimensions. Well, I'll show you guys center lines, but I'm leaving the dimensions up to you guys. So, and then put on title block. Yeah, I'm leaving all those to you, but I will show you center line stuff. So let's go to center line real quick. You go quickly to annotate. We can just do things like this, center mark, pow, quick, right? Make sure you're in your correct layer. And then you can just draw your center lines. That button, that's what I was looking for. Select first line, select second line. There you go, it puts in the center line. Enter, repeat, there, enter, repeat, there. All right, so we have all our center lines and center marks that we're gonna need. You guys are just left to dimensioning. How'd we do? We did pretty good. All right, good luck, have fun.